GPUs are being stolen from you, quite literally. Windows breaks something that, why Microsoft? And people really want a USB Type-C iPhone. Let's get into the hot news, everybody, as I slam my hand on the table and we talk about the latest tech news that's going around this November 5th, 2021, while you enjoy your breakfast, okay? So let's jump on into the news that EVGA had a whole bunch of GPUs stolen, literally from a truck that was delivering them somewhere in California, from anything from an RTX 3060 all the way up to an RTX 3090. The truck was allegedly loaded with those GPUs, which, given the fact that they're anywhere from $330 to $2,000, this could have been hundreds of thousands of dollars of GPU products being stolen. This is being confirmed by EVGA and themselves, with them iterating after the fact that if you find a stolen GPU, hey, that's illegal, don't do that. But also, number one, it's illegal to buy or receive property that has been stolen, which, is that true, or is it illegal to know that you're buying something that's stolen illegal? Because if you don't know it's stolen, is it illegal for you to buy the stolen good or thing? Additionally, saying that there will be no warranty and that EVGA is not going to honor anything on these serial numbers of these GPUs that have been stolen. If you have any information related to this, you can email them at stoprtx30theft@evga.com, which obviously, if somebody's stealing a GPU, they likely don't give a rip about the warranty. This would just be if they happen to go on to resell it later on. This could be potentially a mining operation to decide the easiest way to get an ROI is to have no I in the first place. You just jack stuff all the time. Obviously, this is just another crap stick on the ice cake of nonsense that's currently going along with the GPU stuff that's going on in the world. I don't know what I'm trying to say. This sucks. That's what I'm trying to get out of this. This sucks. That's my opinion on that matter. You know what doesn't suck, though? Apparently, Alder Lake, all of the reviews for Intel's 12th gen chips dropped yesterday, and it looks like Intel is taking back the gaming crown and has a really good mid-tier competitor in the i5-12600K. And it's not just in Windows 11 where Alder Lake might have a scheduler advantage because of Microsoft working with them on that, but Gamers Next is doing a video showing off that their Windows 10 performance is good enough to help them beat AMD in a lot of stuff. There are some weird issues going on with the new architecture in Windows 10, so there were games that didn't load at all or couldn't complete benchmarks. So definitely recommended that you use Windows 11, but Alder Lake's advantage is not based on Windows 11, and there might be Windows 10 updates to help fix what's going on with Alder Lake into that capacity. Additionally, all of the motherboard companies and all of the cooler companies announced that they have their stuff too. Z690 is now out. You can get LGA 1700 mounting brackets in case that's your vibe. Are you looking to pick up Alder Lake? Let me know down below in the comments. Is Intel's 12th gen enticing you, or are you just like, nice try Intel, but AMD is literally going to be launching a 3D V-Cache CPU in January roughly, so why would I care about your crap? Huh? Let me know what you think down below in the comments. And I'll let you know, crypto, ow, my thumb, I keep hurting it. I should stop slapping the table. Bitcoin down 2.3% to be at 61,488. Ethereum down 1.24% to be at 45.37. Dogecoin down 2.2% to be at 26.2 cents. GameStop also down ever so minuscule at 217.84. And AMC just eking on down the slope of 1.81% down to close at $40.05. While we're talking about meme things, the yoke that was on the Model S Plaid, one person decided that they had enough of that yoke and they got rid of it and put on a Model 3 steering wheel onto their Model S Plaid. We have links in the video description in case you want to check out their video on it, but it includes functional stocks and they even have a GitHub page for it in case you're interested in all of that. If you somehow have the $100,000 to $150,000 to buy a Model S Plaid and you're considering that Tesla didn't know what they were doing when they put on the yoke and you actually want to put back the regular steering wheel, you can now do it. It's a funny. Well, know what else is funny? We got some details on the AMD SoC that's in the current generation of Teslas. And in fact, while a lot of people were speculating that it was a Zen 2 CPU, turns out that this teardown indicates that it's Zen Plus, which is really intriguing. So it's a Picasso APU that's on there, but it also has a dedicated water-cooled GPU, which is the Navi 23 GPU. So they don't have any display outs on it, but if you could potentially solder it, you might be able to create your own GPU out of the test. That would be neat. you can maybe do that. I mean, it only costs $123,000, but it comes with a car, as video cards notes. I love how they have this next generation gaming console set up, and they've got Tesla car computer, PS5, Series X, Series S, and the KFC console, which they have the KFC console, but they don't have the freaking Steam Deck on the... Get with the program, video cards. They haven't even released it yet. Got teased so long ago. It was about a year ago that we were supposed to get the KFC console. Gosh dang it, is what Jeff Bezos is saying. Because Blue Origin lost their lawsuit against SpaceX and NASA, where they were just like, hey, SpaceX is cutting safety corners. We need that contract, all right? And the judge saying, Bezos, man, why are you being so petty? And that literally is now birthing his supervillain origin story, where Jeff Bezos is gonna plot the downfall of Elon Musk from now on, more than likely. It's just not happening. Jeff Bezos saying that it's not the decision we wanted, but we respect the court's judgment and wish full success for NASA and SpaceX on the contract in hell. Sorry, that's color commentary by me. Also, NASA saying that they're gonna resume work with SpaceX as soon as possible because they had to pause the work because Blue Origin was being petty and made it so that they couldn't actually work together on the Artemis program to bring people back to the moon. And Facebook's trying to bring your Mooney dollars to their pocketbook. Why? What transition was that? Anyways, Facebook now adding monetization to groups, which is taking away the last thing that I thought was good about Facebook, which is their groups platform. It helps to bring a whole bunch of community members together. But now you can monetize it with things such as community shops and fundraisers, which I am all for. But then there's going to be subgroups within the groups where you have to pay a fee to get into that subgroup, and they don't want nobody who not going to give no money to this group. Okay, you can't be part of it. This money goes to the group administrators, which I don't know. That's not why I'm on Facebook groups. I guess unless you're offering me like community-based stuff, like you like tips and tricks, and it's like paid to get better access to you, in which case I understand it's more of a content creation monetization stuff. But I just don't use groups on Facebook for that reason. I use it for like my local neighborhood, and that's like, I don't want to pay the HOA board person to subgroup just to get into their pocketbook. I don't know. What do you think of Facebook monetizing groups down below? Let me know in the comments. Elden Ring monetizing your attention. We got 15 minutes of new gameplay from Elden Ring. I actually really like the look of this game. It looks like an open world Dark Souls game with a lot of elements that I think could be pretty cool in a Soulsborne game. We'll leave a link in the video description in case you want to check out the gameplay preview for that. In case you want to preview League of Legends and Valorant, you could go look in a trash can, but now you can also look in Epic Game Store because they're now available in that launcher, which actually makes things a little easier. Instead of having to download like the dedicated Valorant launcher, you can now do it through EGS. But again, check your local trash can. You're probably going to find some League of Legends in there. Microsoft also throwing some stuff in the trash can, which is the certificates that are supposed to be working for things like the snipping tool and the on-screen keyboard. They just stopped working as of October 31st on Windows 11 because the certificate didn't get renewed, and this will eventually be patched out, but currently it's only in the insider program. So in case you want to have those features back, which the snipping tool is something I use very, very regularly. It's in my pin on, I've pinned it to my taskbar. This is just yet another thing where Windows 11 is not drawing me in. The fact that you can't drag and drop files onto things in the bottom menu, the fact that you can't even trust that your AMD CPU is going to work well, and now the fact that you can't use the snipping tool. What am I supposed to do with your freaking operating system, Microsoft? And what are you supposed to do with the fact that Apple won't use the standardized charging thing, even though they've been using the Lightning port for many, many generations now, and they haven't broken compatibility with any of their accessories, and they're not randomly switching around, flip-flop, and everybody wants to move to USB Type-C. Well, one person did that. They made a USB Type-C iPhone. You can find that video over on YouTube. This happened towards the beginning of October, not necessarily news. What is news is that it's being sold on eBay and currently has a bid for $100,100, which is absolutely absurd. People clamoring to get the world's first USB-C iPhone, which was created from various spare parts. Just note that if you purchase this bad boy, you will not restore, update, or erase this iPhone. You will not use it as your daily phone, and you will not open it. Do you hear him? Seems like a few weird restrictions on that, especially if I'm paying $100,000 for it. Is that legally binding? Did I say that I'm agreeing to this by participating in the bids? I want a daily USB-C iPhone. Otherwise, what's the point if you're not going to regularly charge it every single freaking day? Isn't that the point of having a standardized charging economy? Oh my goodness. What's the point of having hot news every day if it doesn't end at some point? And that's what's happening right now. I'm breaking up with you on the internet. It's over, viewer. Go have breakfast somewhere else. Which is here tomorrow for This Week in News. I'll see you for hot news tomorrow. Cheers.